Hi. Do you want the best players on the game? Wait, do you want the best player on the game? Ben off Ronaldo, get D-Money, get all the D-Money. Hey, what's up guys, here, and today, welcome to a FIFA 18 trading and investment video. So, a couple weeks ago, I did a Player of the Month Mane SBC tutorial kind of video, and you guys seem to really enjoy that, and you guys find it helpful. So I thought, you know what, if you guys seem to enjoy Player of the Month stuff, let's talk about the next Player of the Month, which is going to be out in the next week or so, and we're going to discuss that, investments, and this is one way that you guys can invest and make a lot of money. Now, of course, it is investments, there is a risk of it, but there's ways that you can do to make it as less risk as possible. So, let's get straight into the video, lads. If you guys do enjoy or find this video helpful, make sure to smash the like button, lads, and let's get straight into it. So, as you can see on the screen, we have got the Sadio Mane Player of the Month SBC. So, midway through each month, there is a new SBC which will have the new Player of the Month. So, for this month, there's only really two nominations that could potentially get it, which is between Harry Kane and Sergio Aguero. There's De Bruyne in there, there's Lukaku in there also, but in terms of stats for this month, it's really only between Sergio Aguero and Harry Kane. And the one reason why I know it's only between Aguero and Kane is because no other player that's nominated really compares to the stats that these two have obtained. Aguero, for one, 5 goals, 3 assists. Which on the other side, Harry Kane has scored 6 goals but has no assists. Now, the one thing I need to mention right now is that for me personally, I think it's going to be Sergio Aguero that's going to win this Player of the Month. But the one reason why I think that Sergio Aguero is in fact going to win this Player of the Month is because of the fact that he's played so many last minutes compared to Harry Kane. I think that Aguero probably played about 270 minutes, which on the other side, Harry Kane has played about 330. Put it this way, Sergio Aguero has done more goal contributions, which he has in 8 goals plus assists, then compared to Harry Kane, which he has had 6. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to go from both sides so that you guys can decide from your perspective. You guys can decide who are you going to invest most in, or just invest in both. And in fact, EA has just tweeted out saying that there's only a few hours left of voting until that's it. The voting for the Player of the Month is done. So that means it's definitely gonna be out in the next week or so. So you know, week left, lads, to get your investments in and try and double, triple your money. So with that said, let's get into it. So number one, I'm gonna go with Harry Kane and what investments you can do for him. So as you can see on the screen, I'm just gonna go through with you what I think is gonna happen. So number one, Tottenham Hotspur players. Now you may think, oh, that's obvious. The reason why I think this one's we should aim at a lot more is because of the fact that for the Mane SBC, EA did not do any Liverpool SBC, or it didn't even mention any Liverpool players at all. So I think for this one, EA is going to try and switch it around a bit and put the Tottenham SBC. I can have a good guess that the rating is going to be around 83, 82, 84. I'm going to say that because of the fact they may have a Harry Kane in there as a block card, which means that that'll add no rating to it whatsoever. I'm thinking maybe 83. So people like Vertonghen, people like Wanyama, people like Son, people like Lloris, I think he's a must to have in here because of the fact that he's so high rated to boost up the stats. You may just need him to do this SBC. Then there's Dembele's, and then there's AGUERO's. There's a lot of high rated players that play for Tottenham, so I think that you will in fact need him. But one position that I think you guys need to focus on massively is the fullbacks, because for the rating, which is going to be around 83, 84, I'm going to predict, depends on if there's a block card or not. Your fullbacks, there's not many options. You can go for Trippier or Aurier. Aurier is already worth so much because there's a one-to-watch card of him out right now. But Trippier's only 78 rated. But for left backs, this is where you can make a lot of money. Danny Rose, 82 rated, and you could go with Davis, yeah, but they'd be so much harder. That's a very good investment in my opinion to go for fullbacks because there's not many other options you can go in that kind of position. The other one is just straight up Premier League plays, 83 rated squad. That's probably a very good one to do as well. It is a very common one you see in these Player of the Month ones, so I wouldn't. There's no risk in, you know, buying a few Schneiderlins like Mustafi's 84 overall, not worth really anything. So if you need very high rated players, then people like David Silva for 87 rated. For it to be like about 55k, that's not an awful lot compared to a lot of other people as well. I would recommend doing September opponents. So basically, who Harry Kane scored against. Now this is what they did for the Mane one as well, which Harry Kane's opponents was in fact Huddersfield, West Ham, Everton, and Swansea City. So presumably one player from each one or 2 players from each one. I recommend just getting a bunch of high rated players from this club. So let's say for Everton you got Williams, I think it's like 82, 83 rated. For Swansea, I think that Fabianski is probably your best shout. I think he's probably one of the cheapest, highest rated Swansea players, so get him in net. That's a good shout right there. For West Ham, you could get players like Arnautovic, Javier Hernandez, people that are 82 rated to get the rating up, because I think the rating could be around 81 rated around there, because they want to make it expensive. And then for Huddersfield, highest rated player by far is also Aaron Moy. But then for Harry Kane, what I feel like they may do is teams that he's played for. So teams he's played for has been Leicester, Norwich, Millwall, teams that he's played for in the past on loan, and I feel like is quite likely that he may do something like that for Harry Kane, because he has played for a lot of different clubs. He did also do this for Mane, so it was called Mane's Journey, which it went for RP Leipzig and teams like that. And then you could get like a full England team, but if there's a full England team, I would expect them to be in form in there. So simply put, for Harry Kane, I recommend investing in a couple of discard informs, presuming that if you could try and get some BPL or English informs, those are very likely. Other people could be a couple of cheap high-rated BPL players like Ladham Mustafi's, Kleins, Leighton Baines. Trying to aim in the fullbacks because there's a very low option for fullbacks. Usually for left back, it just has to be Leighton Baines. Tottenham having the players very safe to go away because there's going to be at least one SPC that matches them. So try and aim on that. Try and aim on just a couple of players here and then that's high to Tottenham English players. So that's the Harry Kane one done. Let's get into Sergio Aguero. So for Sergio Aguero, now this is the one that I feel like it's most likely going to be, just because he's got more goal contributions and also the fact that he's done that in less minutes. I feel like it is going to be him. So first things first, Man City players. I feel like it's going to be an 83 rated squad. Probably an 83 rated team or maybe 84 with a block card dependent on that. But I feel there's a likelihood of them getting a special player. And the only special player for Man City is in fact Ederson, David Silva's, Walker's. But I feel like Ederson is a very likable. Sergio Aguero is going to be a good card. It's going to be a very good card. So they're going to make it much more expensive to get compared to Harry Kane. So Ederson for a special player is one to watch. I feel like that is a very good shot. If it is Sergio Aguero, of course. Now, in my opinion, I think it will, but you may have a different opinion on that. But Ederson is by far the cheapest special card for Man City right now. So if you want to go this route with Sergio Aguero, Ederson is a must. Get back to your freedom because he will rise, because you will need presumably a team of the week to complete this one, because I think it's very likely the fact that there's going to be a special card in the Man City one. And yet again, same reason as before, the reason why I think there's going to be a Man City one or a club one, same thing with Harry Kane, is the fact that they didn't do that for the Mane one. So I feel the chances of them being a club one in this one is very high, it's very likely. And then same thing as Harry Kane, try and get Premier League players, presumably try and get some informed Premier League players. So people like Fabianski is probably a good shout as well. Fabianski, maybe get some one-to-watches like Sigurdsson. I think for the Premier League one, it's going to be an 84 rated team. Of course, probably with one special card, team week player or one-to-watch player. Next one, Argentina, to try and get like a bunch of high-rated Argentine players. So let's go see in the market who there is. Again, I'll try and invest in getting 1 or 2 discard, like the cheapest Argentine players you get. I think there's one centre midfielder, where is he? So there's all these guys. Also, these probably, you know, going up in price. So, like, look at him. He's so cheap. But in terms of keeping the ratings up, you could go with Perez, or my next safe bet is probably Assad. And then just in terms of just normal high-rated Argentine players, there's players like Biglia. Biglia's a good one. Benega, very good one right there. Just, you know, they're safe options as well because they're centre midfielders. Probably lots of Icardi. Icardi's a good one as well because he's quite high-rated and very cheap. Rulli as well, 83 rated. Rojos, Otto Mendes. Di Maria is also a really good one, Di Maria, because he's got higher rated. Presumably for the Argentine one, they'll go for like a 4-3-3, but that's the formation they play in real life. Try and get all 83, 84 rated players. And then same thing for Harry Kane, get September opponents, or Man City played against Crystal Palace or Watford and Liverpool. So yet again, you may need to get a lot of higher rated players for these ones because it is going to be expensive for not Harry Kane, Sergio Aguero. So Crystal Palace, probably most highest with the players for Crystal Palace is like, so I think it's Benteke probably. Benteke, Sacco, Onassis, 82 rated goalkeeper. He's probably the best one you can get for Watford. And then for Liverpool, Matip also 83 rated. That's quite, I think that's quite a safe one as well. Very high rated that one. Over an overview for Aguero, I reckon getting a bunch of discard Argentine informs, then a couple of high rated cheap Argentine players and also BPL players, and then some cheap high rated Man City players, preferably also getting an Ederson in there also because he's the cheapest like special card you can get. If you want to take a risk, of course, wait until a couple hours until the 13th of October. That's when it is being announced. The 13th of October, that is when the play of the month is going to be announced. So maybe wait a few hours, wait for the hype to like start happening, and then just start selling then. But for me, honestly, it has to be Aguero. Aguero's going to be expensive because if he's only getting in 490 rated, then this one is probably minimum going to be 92 overall. And then for Harry Kane, it's going to be around, well, if he's only getting in 4, probably an 89 rated play of the month. So lads, hope you found this video helpful. Investing is such a good way to make money, or to make coins in this game, if you do it correctly, if you get the best players. Now, of course, it's you guys decide who you think is going to be. You can't take my word on it. You guys do your own research if you think it's going to be Kane or Aguero, but I'm just giving you the stats. You guys decide in your own parts. So Aguero or Kane, I think it's going to be Aguero. I'm going to do my investments on it. Let me know down below in the comments who you're going to be investing into, and let me know in the comments if you found this video helpful at all. So hope you guys did enjoy. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Vizeh. I'll see you next time. Dabbing on them like the usual. Magic with the brick.